The first thing you need to do to study for the CELPIP exam is to take the 2 free practice tests on the CELPIP website. Have you taken those 2 free practice tests yet? I'll put the link to those tests right down there under this video. Okay, so click on that link and it will take you to a page that says free CELPIP general practice tests. Okay, so then click on the start button and you will see practice test A and practice test B. Okay, just click on practice test A and then you will see another start button. Click on that and you will see some options. You can take the complete test or you can just take each section separately, right? Listening, reading, writing, speaking. Just take the complete test, right? It'll take you about 3 hours. So right after watching this video, just go and do that. Take 3 hours and just see what is this test about. You have no idea what it is. You don't know where to start. I'm telling you, this is where you should start, just so you can get an idea of what the test is about. Okay, so take 3 hours out of your day, go and do this test, and then see what your score is. It will give you your score for reading and listening. It will not give you the score for writing and speaking because those things need to be evaluated by a real person. Okay, so you'll get your score for those other 2 parts though. So after that test, just relax. Take a few days off. Forget about CELPIP for a while. Then come back and do test B. Okay, again, do the same thing. Take the whole test and see what happens. See what your score is for the listening and the reading. That'll give you a good idea of what your score might be, right? I mean, if you need to get a 9 and you've been getting, let's say on those 2 practice tests, you get 7 or 8 on the reading and the listening, hey, that's great. That means you're in the ballpark, right? In the ballpark is an idiom in English that means you're pretty close, right? If you get like 4 and you need to get 9, well, then that's, you're not in the ballpark. But if you're close, that's in the ballpark. So doing these free practice tests will give you kind of an idea of what score you might be able to expect, right? This is just the same format as the real test is going to be. So this is the best place to start. Okay. After you do this first step, step 1, you take the 2 free practice tests. Then I would say if you are rich, you have a bit of money to spend, just go book the exam, take the exam, right? You might get lucky. You might pass the exam first time. Great. And then you can forget about CELPIP for the rest of your life, right? Now, if you do not pass, but if you're close, then use my CELPIP 8 to 9 book. Okay, just use that one book, then take the exam again and see if you can pass. I wrote that book just to help people boost their score just a little bit. Okay. Now, if you're not close, if you need a 9, but let's say after your first attempt, you got like 5 or 6 in a few areas. Well, then just forget, put that aside. Don't try right away again. You can if you want, but it might just be a waste of money. Take some time to study. Okay, so here's my strategy. Okay, take 100 hours. Okay, try to just take some time, 100 hours, and study for CELPIP. All right, that's going to take about 3 months. If you study for 1 hour every day, that's about 3 months, 100 hours. Now, if you study for 2 hours a day, well, then that's about 6 weeks, right? So it's up to you how many hours you want to put into this, but you have to be intentional. Okay, you have to focus on this. The word intentional means you make up your mind to do it, right? You have to do it. It's you can't just pretend like you're going to pass the exam. No, you have to focus. It's like anything else in life, right? If you want something, you have to be intentional about it. It's like if you want a good relationship, you have to be intentional. If you want a good body, You have to be intentional. Control your eating. You have to work hard in the gym. I've been going to the gym now for 3 months and I still have small muscles. Do you know why? It's because when I go to the gym, I lift some weights and then I pull out my phone and I check my Instagram, check Facebook, chat with some people. Hey, if you're not following me on Instagram, I post jokes there every day. So you might want to go follow me on Instagram. That'd be great. So yeah, that's a bad strategy, right? I'm in the gym, I lift some weights, then I chat with a few people or I just waste time. So don't be like me. Don't copy this strategy. If you're studying for the CELPIP exam and you're kind of chatting on Facebook or you're doing something else, you're not gonna succeed, right? You have to focus. So tell your family and friends, hey, I'm gonna take 1 hour every day to study for this exam, right? Please don't call me, don't message me. I'm gonna focus on this. So just take an hour out of your day every day, or maybe 2 hours, depending on how fast you want to do this, and just focus. Okay, focus. Now, how should you study in those 100 hours? Well, you should use my books. Okay, so many people have used my books and they've all said great things about my books that really helped them pass the exam. So thank you to everybody who has used my books. Now, I would say use all my books. Oh no, my camera just died. Guys, my camera just died. It said it overheated. It is kind of hot in here. Didn't know it was that hot. So anyway, sorry about that. My camera died. I'm gonna have to switch to my GoPro here. So so my books will really help you understand the format of the exam, which is good. If you learn the format, you're gonna have a lot more confidence going into the test because you'll know what to expect. All right. For example, on the writing, there are 2 tasks on the writing part. All right. The first task is writing an email, and the second task is responding to a survey question. Okay. So if you know that format, if you use my writing book, for example, you'll be so familiar with that format after you use my book. Okay. After that writing book. Okay. It's the same for speaking or for reading. There's a certain format for the questions, and you will learn that format and it's going to be so comfortable for you. After you use my books, if you use all my books for 100 hours, you're going to be comfortable taking the exam. You're going to be comfortable with the format, and all my books are just full of vocabulary, just thousands and thousands of words. I think new words, right? Like idioms, phrases, phrasal verbs, really specific vocabulary. In my speaking book, there are a lot of pictures, so you can see all the different kind of, vocabulary, how I would describe a picture, for example. So all my books have examples. That's the nice thing about my books. They're just full of examples. So if you want to see how I would take the test, right, then my books will really help you kind of understand how a native speaker would answer some questions. And if you can speak like a native, you're gonna get probably like 11 or 12 on all the parts of the exam. So that's my recommendation, to take 100 hours to really focus and remember, be intentional, and however long that takes you, 3 months, maybe 2 months, and then take the exam again. And I'm sure you're going to get a great score. Now, the other thing about studying for CELPIP is that it's not just about studying for the CELPIP exam. This is real life English that will help you so much just in your daily life here in Canada. A lot of people have told me, hey Mark, when I started studying for the exam, I thought I was just studying for CELPIP. But then I realized this is really valuable stuff that will help me in real life here in Canada. It's going to help me so much with my English. So yeah, that's so true, guys. So if you use my books, it's, sometimes even people have used my books who are not studying for CELPIP. And they say my books have really helped them improve their English. So that's going to happen. That's why this is not a waste of time. When you're in like high school, you kind of get the feeling that studying for the exam is a waste of time, right? I remember taking grade 12 math, and I just wanted to just study to pass the test and then forget about it for the rest of my life. But this is different, okay? Because this is real life stuff. If you're going to be speaking English, or you're going to be living in Canada, this is going to help you so much. So please don't have the attitude that you're just going to study and forget about it. No, this is studying for your life, to help your life. It's not just studying for the exam. So try to have that attitude going into it, and put your full energy, put your focus into it, and don't be like me in the gym, chatting, and just focus on this. And guys, this test is not impossible to pass. Sometimes people have messaged me and they say, Mark, I've taken this exam 6 times now and I fail all the time. This test is challenging, but it's not impossible. Okay, just do the right thing. Don't take the exam over and over again and just fail all the time. No, take a few months off. That's why I'm saying, if you want to take it over and over again, it's just, you might get discouraged. All right, it's better just take some time off, really focus on this, use my books, stop wasting your money on just taking the exam over. It's an expensive exam, right? It's a few $100s. So like I said, if you're rich, it doesn't matter. You can keep taking it if you want. But if you want to save your money, it would be much better to take a few months off, study 100 hours. That's my recommendation. Put in 100 hours, take the test again, and then see how it goes. You'll probably pass after 100 hours. If you don't, do the same thing again. Just study harder. Just use my books. Go through my books again. You will pass. So don't worry about this exam. It's not an impossible exam. It's not even that hard. If you do the right thing, it's going to be easy. So that's my advice. Step 1, take the free practice tests. Okay. Step 2, take the exam. If you're rich, you might get lucky, pass. If you don't, then use this strategy for 100 hours. And I would recommend all my books, because all my books are different, and they're all going to help prepare you for really getting a great score on the test. So, everybody needs a different score. You might only need a 4 or a 5. A lot of people need 9 or 10. So my books will help you get 9, 10, 11, 12, even 12. If you follow my books, I think you'll get 12. A lot of people have gotten 12. They weren't expecting 12, but then they got 12. So I really have 100% confidence in my books that my books will really help you. So thank you guys so much for using my books. The link to my website is right down there under this video as well. So that's my tip, because a lot of people write me emails and they say, hey Mark, I need to take the CELPIP exam. Where do I start? I don't know how should I study for this? Okay, so that's my opinion. That's why I'm making this video, so you know where to start, kind of how to go. So let me know down in the comments, what you found helpful, what's frustrating for you, and hopefully you can take this test, forget about it, but hopefully the English you learned in this test will really help you a lot in your life, guys. That's my wish for you. So put in the work. I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna try to change my attitude. I'm not gonna be lazy. This morning I gave myself a pep talk. A pep talk is just a talk where you talk to yourself or you talk to someone else to try to encourage them, or to give them some words that are going to help them succeed. You want the person to succeed. So you can I gave myself a pep talk, or I could give you a pep talk. I could say, you got this, put in the work, study hard, learn some idioms, rest when you need to rest. Don't push yourself too hard. Rest is a good thing too. Eat healthy food, drink water. You got this. Go for it. Okay, that's called a pep talk. So this morning, I gave myself a pep talk. I said, Mark, don't be lazy. When you go to the gym, you gotta hit it hard. Have an attitude where I'm gonna work hard. I'm not gonna waste time on Facebook. I'm not gonna waste time watching YouTube videos in the gym. I'm gonna focus and get it done. Get the job done. So set your mind on the CELPIP exam. Commit to this. Okay, commit to passing the exam in a few months, and you can do it. You will do it. So good luck, guys. God bless you. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, have a good attitude, and I'm looking forward to reading your comment in a few months down there saying, hey, Mark, I passed the test and I got a great score. So guys, have a great day. All the best, and I will see you over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.